In 1983, Mr. Pete Raleigh set up shop in a two-bedroom farmhouse and founded Saginaw, parking the inventory in an adjacent barn and on the 4 surrounding acres. In the years since '83, a lot has changed. At Saginaw, we're not just about pipe anymore. We're about steel solutions. And we're not just a two-bedroom farmhouse with a 4-acre yard. Since '83, Saginaw steel of all different types has made its way into projects all across the country. We're part of Jacobs Field in Cleveland. And we're part of the scenery along the interstates all over the country. At Orlando Regional Medical Center, we're teeing up in front of the Arnold Palmer Women's and Children's Edition. In Atlanta, we're topping out at One Symphony Center. We're part of the Birmingham International Airport, United's terminal expansion at O'Hare, and LaGuardia. And the farmhouse and 4-acre yard? Well, let's have a look. We handle thousands of tons of steel. We clearly have the largest inventory in the South, and we'd be willing to bet it stacks up well against anything you'll find anywhere in the country. Our pipe inventory is considerably more extensive than when we began. And we're able to saw-cut pipe up to 24 inches in diameter to length, OD blast it up to 30 inches in diameter, and ID blast it down to 16 inches in diameter. It's fair to say that Saginaw pipe is just about everywhere. And that's simply because, regardless of what size you want and whether you want it bare or mill-coated, we have it. But we've gone way beyond pipe. Saginaw sports the largest inventory of structural tubing in the Southeast. We can cut it, blast it, we can prime it, and paint it. With an inventory this extensive, there's no waste. You buy the length you need instead of paying freight on steel you're not going to use. Just as with pipe and structural tubing, we've got more beams than anybody in the South, wide flange and I-beam. In fact, beams make up more than half of our business. We find ourselves shipping beams as far away as California, simply because when it comes to extremely large structural beams, we're talking up to 60-foot beams and some that weigh as much as 426 pounds a foot, we're one of the few places in the country that stock them. We're able to saw-cut beams up to 31 inches in width. Once again, why would you want to ship more length than you actually need? Rarely is a job ever complete without any number of different pieces of structural steel. At Saginaw, we pride ourselves on being a single source for steel solutions. Not just for large structural members, but also for your flats, angles, channels, and MC channels, plate, and more. Fact is, if you need it, we more than likely have it, which means you save money. Saginaw's come a long way from a farmhouse and a barn. We're proud of our steel inventory and of the folks here at Saginaw who know that steel inside and out. Every morning as the sun begins to rise over the Alabama countryside, our trucks are pulling out of Saginaw, loaded with solutions to steel projects all over the country. They'll make 5 or 6 stops before they come home, and chances are better than average that, at any one time, there's a partial load of Saginaw steel headed your way. Which is what we mean when we say, Saginaw steel is just about everywhere you look. Thank you for considering Saginaw pipe. Steel solutions you can count on.